So let's see, I've got Aaron who's going to do our little clipboard. All right, go ahead, Aaron.
And action!
Act 1, the time and place. December 16th, 1773, Boston, Massachusetts. The setting, Tremont Street, Boston, Massachusetts.
Something's going to happen tonight. I don't know what, but you can feel the tension and excitement in the cold air. The streets of Boston, normally quiet on a winter evening, are crowded with people. Some are milling about, others in small groups arguing among themselves, and still others are shouting anti-British slogans. Relations between England and the American colonies have been strained greatly, and I hear people are actually talking about the revolution. Some say they're ready to fight for liberty. Wait, here comes a man. Let's ask him what's going on. Sir, excuse me, sir. Yes, what is it? I wonder, sir, if you could tell me what's going on tonight. Who are you? I'm the narrator. Oh, well, I'm in something of a rush. I wonder if you could tell me what's going on here tonight. Where? Here, on Tremont Street, Boston, Massachusetts. What's your name, sir? My name, Smith. Mr. Smith. I won't keep you, Mr. Smith, but if you could tell me why these people are so angry. I would love to stay and chat, but I'm late for a meeting. A meeting? A political meeting? Are you a member of the Sons of Liberty? Sons of Liberty? Never heard of them. Now if you'll excuse me. Excuse me, sir, but I wonder if you could tell me what's happening tonight. Who are you? I'm the narrator. Oh, how do you do? I'm Mr. Smith. Smith? There's a lot of Smiths in Boston. As narrator, aren't you supposed to know everything? There are many different kinds of narrators. Haven't you heard of the tea tax? I've heard of it, but the British are trying to punish us as though we were rude children. Well, the tax tea, yes. We were talking about the tea tax. Last summer, England passed the Tea Act. It gave East India Company, a trade company, the right to determine who could sell tea in the colonies and who couldn't. Only those who profess loyalty to the crown can sell tea. Since 1 million of we colonists drink tea twice a day, that amounts to a lot of money. But that's not the main point. The main point is the parliament can control who sells tea,
You guys, it's very distracting.
Control who sells anything in the colonies. Then, Mr. Smith, sir, do you advocate a complete break with England? A complete break? Independence? Well, that would be treason. We're honorable people. England will come to her senses. We can work out our differences in an agreeable manner. I understand the Sons of Liberty are meeting tonight. Will you know anything about that? The Sons of Liberty. Oh, let me see. Sounds familiar. Yes, isn't that a naturalist club? They study birds, and I believe butterflies. Actually, I believe it's a political organization. Politics? Oh, I don't follow politics. I'm merely a tea merchant. Tea? But sir, didn't you just say the tea tax was tyranny? Oh, please excuse me. I have an appointment with my blacksmith. Bloody redcoats.
Get off our shores. They're worse than Egyptian tyrants.
Let's tag along behind Mr. Smith and see if we can learn anything more. What's this? A printer shop. I'm Eads and Gill's printing office. I hear raised voice from upstairs inside. Let's see if we can...
I'm sorry, but this is a private meeting. With all due respect, you may not enter here.
I'm the narrator. I was wondering if the Sons of Liberty were meeting here.
The Sons of Liberty? We're printers. We're discussing ink.
What's your name, sir?
Jones, Mr. Jones. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Down with the king.
Down with England. Let's see if we can get the British viewpoint from Governor Hutchinson. The governor's residence is down the way towards the harbor in a 5-minute walk. Wait, here are a couple of British soldiers over there in the shadows. Let's get their perspective. Good evening, officers.
Here now, we don't want no trouble.
No trouble. I'd ask for your opinions on the tea tax.
Our opinion? You want our opinion?
Why, yes.
I don't think anybody ever asked our opinion on anything. We're not officers. We're just common soldiers. Privates. Who are you?
I'm the narrator.
And you want to know what we think of the tea tax? Well, we think it's unfair. That's right, but it's not really about tea or tax, is it? We've been mulling it over. Look at this. These colonists already pay taxes. It's not like they're saying they won't pay taxes at all. But if the colonists have been acting up pity, like saying they shouldn't be taxed, that they don't have a vote on it in the parliament. You don't hear this from me, but we agree. But the colonists, they're dreaming if they think King George going to let them tell them what to do. Duck. They're starting to throw stuff.
Sorry. Tell me, gentlemen, what are your orders?
Our orders, do nothing.
Avoid trouble, no.
Avoid trouble no matter what. Trouble is if it comes down to violence. We're going to have to shoot these people even if we agree with them. Nobody's going to ask your opinions. Excuse us, we better get moving.
Well, let's go to Governor Hutchinson's house and hear what he needs to say. Act 2, the setting, Governor Hutchinson's house. First of all, I do not represent the British viewpoint. As you put it, I am a Massachusetts man. I have steadfastly opposed the sternest measures taken by the Crown thus far. But you must remember one fact. We are all Englishmen, and such we are subject to the laws, may petition Parliament with our grievances. But in the meantime, we must abide by them. Some colonists say they should not be taxed by the Parliament, since they have no leader to represent them in Parliament. No taxation without representation is how they put it. The Sons of Liberty are saying that taxation without representation is tyranny. The Sons of Liberty? Don't talk to me about the Sons of Liberty. They're radicals. Look out there at that mob. We have mobs on the street of Boston. They've been incited by the rabble-rousing talk of men like Samuel Adams, Josiah Quincy, and Thomas Paine. They're radicals, every one of those Sons of Liberty, because their cause is treason. Don't the colonists have the right to? I'll tell you about rights. It's really quite simple. It boils down to this. We as Americans have no rights other than those that King and Parliament choose to recognize. Do you know what those Sons of Liberty want me to do? I'll tell you. They've demanded that I send those 3 T-ships anchored in the harbor back to England. They demand that I do this protest against the Tea Act. Are you going to do it? I most assuredly am not. Those ships have already cleared customs. It would be against the law to make them leave now. British law. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do, even at this late hour. There's a mob on my streets.
Act 3, the setting, Sons of Liberty meeting back on Tremont Street.
Are we going to sit here and do nothing?
No, nay!
Are we going to sit while tyrants heap insult on injury?
No!
No? Then what shall we do? Talk? Discuss? Debate?
No. We'll act.
We'll act this very night.
Do you know what they say about us in the South, in Charleston, where the patriots unload tyrants' tea into the damp warehouse and let it rot? They say Bostons are better at resolving what they do than doing what they resolve.
The time for talk is past.
What do you say, Samuel Adams?
You all know me, do you not? I am the same Sam Adams who has opposed tyranny and loved liberty. And I say this, Mr. Quincy, I have sent a demand to Governor Hutchinson. It is a simple demand. It says, return those T-ships to England. We are committed to this demand. However, we must wait until the governor replies. But know this, if we act, the tyrant will call our acts treason, and he will react accordingly.
Sam, the messengers just come from the governor's residence.
Governor Hutchinson says he will not return the T-ships to England.
Did he say nothing else?
Nothing.
Gentlemen, this meeting can do nothing further to save the country.
Act 4, the setting, Boston Street. What's this? Indians, Mohawk Indians coming from the print shop? They couldn't be. They're carrying clubs and tomahawks. And they're white men in disguise. They've darkened their faces with soot. They're hurrying down to Tremont Street. Something is going to happen. Sir, what's going on here?
Step aside, step aside. We have no time to talk now.
But why are you dressed like that?
We're going to see how the king's tea mixes with salt water.
What, salt water? You mean, wait, other men in disguise are going to join them from the sides of the streets. They're heading for the harbor. I wonder, sir, excuse me, sir, do you tend to attack the T-ships?
We're unarmed, as you can see.
We mean no harm to any man. But you have hatchets and clubs. We mean no harm to George's tea. They're running now. I'll try to keep up. Oh no, there's an armed sanitary at the Griff's Wharf and leveled his musket. Is there going to be violence?
Halt! Who are you men? What do you want?
We want nothing from you.
So isn't, but we will conduct it.
Just skip like everything.
Yeah.
A good evening to you, sir. As you can plainly see, you are outnumbered, and since we mean you no harm, we request that you lower your musket and let us get on with our business.
Your business is in treason, sir.
So is it, but we will conduct it.
If you damage the ship, my captain will not go easy on me.
Sir, if I had time, I would polish her.
They're all going aboard now. I think I know what they're going to do. Yes, they're throwing bales of tea over the side into the harbor. They're sweeping decks clean. It's a strange sight this night in Boston. Kingship seized by men dressed in mohawks. You can see them on the deck, outlined against the pale winter moon, as hundreds of pounds of tea drift away in the high. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Sons of Liberty are climbing back into the Griffiths floor, disappearing in all directions. If there is war and the colonists win their independence, then we all will have witness to the history in making. In any case, King George cannot ignore the affront. Something will surely happen now, but the only time will tell this outcome. Let's take a bath.